The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina, there's been unrest in the Night Kingdom. Until we find—
And that means—
That's correct.
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always— She wasn't afraid of— Whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the ode of— She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step of the way, but what do we— Sit peacefully and wait—
That's not fair.
It's all right. Believe me, I want to— But please, hear what I have to say. Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of undermining the—
You mean—
The sacred flame. The foundation. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and— But if we stop altogether, the sacred flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale—
If we compare the two choices, sorry, the raw truth can be—
But what would you say?
No. Yes.
And that is the crux of the problem. Either way, there will— Once doubt has crept— Their ultimate goal— To prevent what happened to Kachina from Then, I understand.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated. I owe you an apology, Archon.
We could always hold the—
I've considered, without the chance to fight with fewer participants.
So, essentially, the Abyss has taken—
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? The Night Kingdom is something similar. Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have enough— Your sense of self will be devoured. Imagine pouring a— I won't sugarcoat—
Just like you said, Archon. You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the sacred flame.
The Abyss poses the same threat to you.
Kachina's waiting for us to rest—
I failed to protect her during—
Traveler? What do you think?
Understood. Then I'll support you, the Masters of the Night. If we can find— Then comes the hard part.
But isn't the Night Kingdom—
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a— However, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel you.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
So,
Seat Lolly of the Masters of the Night. It was originally—
That was the artifact.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will Besides— Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first— I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and— Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start. And, in the middle. But our reputation's solid nowadays.
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone who perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk about that. Ideally, this would be the perfect night for a drink and some music.
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. It embodies fond memories and my strength of will.
I didn't think this day would come so soon. If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together. But don't worry. This talisman means a...
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of contending.
You're right. The gradual corrosion caused as things stand. The pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows us to save our strength to defend. The abyss has brought catastrophe.
We can't.
No, but if I said nothing at all,
Another simple.
I have never Let's go. There's still a way for the sacred.
You mean?
Yes. The sacred flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear in the abyss, so until our...
But that can only last.
Don't let desperation those chosen by the... All we can...
Even so,
If I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with. The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking! Masters of the Night Wind. Send word! The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
I never imagined someone could match you in combat. If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah. And how much does he know about
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. The only purpose that unites them is... But I'm sure the captain has his own reason.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again...
No. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed. The power that came to his rescue just now came from the Masters.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could... When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual presence within him. Kanich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have aided the captain.
Of course, I'll head out right now.
Yes. Natlan's strength has never rested. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must try...
Is everything okay, Archon?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
What's happening at the stadium?
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power.
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Have faith in the Archon.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name.
Okay, let's just... Spin to win! What can you tell us about the scions of the canopy?
The tribe's people are very adventurous.
Oh, kinda like us then!
I'm not so sure. You don't strike me as the type to enjoy danger. The scions of the canopy are a bunch of thrill seekers. They love extreme sports like rock climbing, rappelling, volcano parkour. That's Wyna, the tribal chief. Let's head over to him.
Chaska.
Nice to see you again, Wyna. I'm afraid we don't have time.
Whoa, hold on a
My friend Kachina.
Rescuer? From the night?
That's right.
I'm sorry, but the nature of...
I appreciate what...
I thought you might say...
Is something wrong? Life isn't complete with...
If you're that determined...
Thank you.
Huh, seems like you two go way back.
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper. Her younger sister...
Oh, you have a younger sister.
Yes, I'll introduce, but let's get back to business.
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a river flowing with concepts. In that sense,
We couldn't do that ourselves.
with a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and the talent.
Who?
Vichama, a legendary warrior, and he's got a keen eye and a
Bichama?
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories about him. Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Someone admiring this. Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something? What? You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom? How is that even— No, if you really think about it, anything's possible.
Are you?
Everything's fine. I'll help you. But I do have a small— After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use the stone to look for my friends as well.
Your friend? Oh, why not mention someone named Malco? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes, but I'd rather not get into it if it's all the same to you.
That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Then we're agreed. I see. From what I can tell, it functions almost like an abyssal pylon. Once the connection is established, the abyss will come surging through the opening like—
Wow, you got all that?
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have no idea why it— I'll go find an open air.
We'll go right away.
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them, so—
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient name?
by creating something—
Oh, I see.
Right. Normally, you can only get obsidian—
Gotcha!
Alright, let's split up. See that clearing? Oh, and—
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need.
Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything up, so no need to rush. I'll see you in a bit.
What an odd guy. He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more ins. Hang on, Kachina. Hello.
Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much?
Oh, the whole thing?
Deal.
Wait.
What, you want me to drive?
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are usually... All right.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the travel.
Excuse me. Do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes.
Perfect. Is that the only...
That might be tough.
Thank you so much.
Relax. Everything's going according.
I know, it's just... Kachina always cared.
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady. How does it look?
Perfect! Thank you.
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. Here you go. By the way, I heard you mention... How's he doing? Malco's been gone for 5 years now.
Do you know what happened?
I heard about it in Malco was 5 years ago, but on the eve of...
Then what happened?
The team agreed. Vichama didn't... It's just... Vichama went into a deep depression after... Oh, I've tried... The Abyss has caused... Anyway...
Did you get everything?
Yep, it's all here.
I've made all the necessary adjustments. As agreed, I'll help you find Kachina's ancient... Go ahead. After Malco fell, I scoured the battle. If I had been there, I've always...
But that at the Pyro Arc...
There might not... All right. Let's get to it. Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone will link...
Look at that golden thing! It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer! Whoa, monsters incoming! Watch out, everyone! Sorry, I pushed myself too hard.
Silence!
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long! We're getting close!
Vichama!
Quick! Take it! I found Kachina's ancient name! Hang in there, Malco. Just a little longer.
Something's not right. The power of the Abyss is getting stronger.
The Abyss is corroding his body.
I should have died. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
Whoa, watch out! The power of the Abyss is strong.
This power.
Hanging in there?
Malco. No! Why can't I find...
We can't wait any longer. Pull him away from the stone moon.
I already tried, but the power of the Abyss has him in a choke.
In that case, we have... Get back!
Chaska, wait!
Ouch! What happened just now? It looked...
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion. You might feel...
Give us a heads up next time, will you? You're lucky we managed to...
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go...
Okay.
At least Kachina's... Vichama!
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malko's ancient name. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. From the very beginning, I knew, and now... It's too late to save him.
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over the...
Huh?
This is...
Hey, not enough to swing a sword. I never thought I guess I have something to... Pisak! Maybe you're right. Vichama, don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us.
Was that?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
Of course. But
A deeper...
Malko was always the type to put on a brave face. For all these years,
Vichama!
I'm fine. When you asked, but once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most valuable. If I could do it all over that way, there are critical. That's something.
Thank you. I promised I would.
That's good to hear.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body. Thanks to him, though. Just speaking from experience.
Anyway, we've recovered
Koichi, are you...
I think you know
Honestly, it's... They're back.
Koichi?
Don't play dumb. My apologies.
I'll be just a moment.
Who was that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although it's not really my story to tell, but she was afflicted. That strength of will put...
For some reason?
Well,
I remember that. Eventually, it sounds like she's still...
that's...
Oh, I get it.
I'm all for your adventure. Still,
All right, it's just the two of us now. You have 1 minute to explain.
I don't have anything...
That attitude is exactly the problem.
Well, technically I am going abroad, right?
Again with the excuses. We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only engage in level 2 danger and below. You can only go up to level 3 if a situation is so dire there's absolutely no alternative. But a trip to the Night Kingdom? If that's not a level 4, I don't know what is. And you were just going to sneak into the place without saying anything.
What do you mean, sneak into the place? I always planned on walking in there with my head held high.
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you? He promised me he'd stop you from doing anything dangerous. Oh, it's like he didn't even try.
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was made up, and there was nothing he could have done? Not even by force.
Oh, I knew it! So he did try to say something, but you didn't listen.
This is important. If you were in my shoes, you'd make the same decision.
You don't know that? I'm a doctor, and I handle logistics. If you're going to waltz into a dangerous situation where you could lose control at any moment, it's my duty to say something.
All right, whatever. Anything else?
What do you mean, anything else? Why don't you reflect on what you've done and promise me you'll stay put?
Time out. Is this one of our normal arguments or a serious one?
Chaska, does it sound like I'm joking?
Then, you need to know something. What happened to Kachina was partially my fault. I can't leave her there to die. That's not who I am.
But the person you become when you lose control, that's also not who you are.
That's a different issue. You said it yourself. A person is only as good as their morals. If I want to live in Natlan, I need to display qualities that make me worthy of this nation.
I've also told you that managing your condition is equally important.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here. If we keep going, I might actually have to get serious. And I think Wyna prefers his roof attached to his house.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat to me.
Koichi! Younger sisters are supposed to listen to their elders.
So, you're really going to go, no matter what I say? I'm supposed to be your sister.
Then support me. I'll be back. All you have to do is wait.
Chaska. So, that's it. Why'd you have to turn out to be so darn annoying?
You two are something else.
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related by blood, but you two sure are similar.
Really?
You know, I said that very thing to Koichi not too long ago, and she reacted the exact same way, down to the very tone of voice. It's not my place to get involved, but I will say this. Try to spend a little more time with your sister. You're tough kids. That doesn't mean you have to go it alone.
Thank you.
Anytime. All right. If you're done with the Spirit Speaker Stone, you might as well hand it over. According to Kinich, it's an important ceremonial artifact, so it'd be safer to keep it with me.
About that.
If only Tone Deaf Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like the Holy Liar.
The Spirit Speaker Stone might be 2 stones now.
Huh? I see. Sounds like it was an urgent situation. If someone's life was on the line, then you had no choice. Still, Citlali's going to be a nightmare to deal with now that you've broken her stuff. I'll explain everything to her later. Stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom, okay? I'll wait here for your safe return.
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Livw has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it. Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm. Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from...
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
Well, it's fairly complicated. Let me give you the condensed version.
The Fatui again? We can't go anywhere without them causing trouble.
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage of the situation?
That's why it has to be our little secret. No one else can know, or we're asking for trouble. Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but I won't lie to you. With multiple factions closing in, there's nothing comforting about the situation we're facing. Still, all you need to do is focus on your goal. You can leave the complicated matters to me.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit to what I can accomplish, but I'll help you however I can.
There's no need to be so modest, Yan-san. Your incredible strength has long been a well-known fact. You're the pride of your tribe.
Archon, I'm sorry about before. You have so much on your plate, so much that you have to worry about. But all I could do was focus on my own feelings.
You have nothing to be sorry about. We all get overwhelmed by our emotions, myself included. Your reaction to Kachina's disappearance, I understand that feeling very well. Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down. Follow me.
What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's talisman?
Good eye. This is where I store all the various mementos I've collected.
Whoa. I've never seen this place before. There's so many things in here.
It looks like there are items from every tribe. Collecting them must have taken a lot of effort.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts. In Natlan, everyone grows up listening to the stories of heroes, and physical items do a far better job of preserving those stories than our own memory. Now, I still have some preparations to. If you're curious about an item, I'm more than willing to tell you about its origins.
Alright, we'll have a look. Hey, there's a fishing rod here. It must have belonged to the people of the springs.
That's right. He and I met in a tavern. He told me about a particular kind of giant fish and his meticulous plan to catch it. In his eyes, I saw a hunger and a strong fighting spirit. To him, the sea was the battlefield upon which he staked his honor.
So, did he do it?
The next time I saw him, he was covered in scars. It turned out the fish he sought had been corroded by the abyss. He managed to kill the fish, but sustained a serious injury in the process, which meant he could never go deep-sea fishing again. Can a fisherman claim victory if he fails to bring back his catch? That's what he...
Well, Paimon...
That was my answer as well. The experience was far more valuable than the prize itself. In the end, he didn't want his tools to go to waste, so he gave them to me.
Wait, that means you also know how to fish.
Maybe we can go head-to-head sometime.
This is Atea's talisman.
I'm sure you're familiar with this one already. Atea was rarely ever without it. The talisman brought her a lot of luck in battle. The powder still needs some time to settle. Well...
Yeah, if each item represents a different story, does every item hold a special
That's right. They demonstrate the true shape of time.
The shape of...
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. We cannot change the past or predict the future. But there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth. Namely, that the past, present,
At once? Paimon's not...
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each nation, which one would you say was the most? Exactly. Even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way don't cease to exist. They become part of who you are. Take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions, and eventually arrive at a very different destination. The future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. We just lack the means to perceive it. Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by a different name. Fate. You're quite familiar with that concept, I would imagine.
That does kinda make sense.
Humanity excels at living in the present, but too often we forget the past and neglect the future. While the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us only by uniting the people of Natlan to come up with such a set of rules, the first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can own. That's correct. At first, he was namely a framework. By holding the in addition,
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine... Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes, that's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little Saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! Look, I'm always having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person, but seeing this portrait, it kind of makes sense now. It really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before. Oh, wait, is Paimon allowed to say that?
A little late for that question, don't you think?
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth works faster than her brain sometimes!
It's all right. No matter what others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity. I'm forever proud of becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position my father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and one time, we didn't close the door securely, and the Saurians you were raising ran in. My sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister's distress, they froze on the spot. I still remember the way they laid there.
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family is all about? As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this.
Well, what happened after that? This portrait looks pretty old. Your sister must be all grown up by now.
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. She built many houses. Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is settled, we can begin. Ian-san, Mulai, place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin. Surely as the echoes of life resound ancient name. Take.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina!
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I?
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us.
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. I was waiting for the Y-Up to send me back, but then this really strong monster came in, and the Y-Up saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding from the monsters while trying to find a... The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these...
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to... All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us.
It's okay. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. I'll find a way back.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time to act tough. We're coming for you. I don't know what lies the Abyss is. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars. A hero of Natlan. All you need to do...
I'm really still... I don't want you to put yourselves in...
All you need to do is... No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind.
Yeah, we're so close! Be careful.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to traverse this entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion.
I know.
All right, then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very experienced in dealing with that face you...
No, I just feel bad for creating more work for her.
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the strong.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone. It really means a lot that...
Now that I've lost my Eon-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation...
That won't...
I hope not.
Right here!
Gonna be epic!
I follow the wind. Time to go.
So we're underneath Natlan right now? It looks
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization ruled by dragons. Humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns? They had their own advanced...
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so these ruins have been abandoned for a long time. But with the recent increase in Abyss activity,
So what you're saying is... We're not...
No, it's going to be obstacle up...
Why are you all laughing like that? It's creeping Paimon out!
It's the pre-adventure
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go. We won't let it...
the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's...
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
One with wind and cloud.
Shower me with praise! Time to shine!
Bow your head. Be sanctified. An oversight on my part.
Whoa, the place we need to go seems really high up.
Silence!
Strike a pose! Let the world come alive!
Let the mighty be humbled! Bow your head.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Shower me with
Silence! Be sanctified.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
This must be the entrance the Pyro Archon told us about.
Yes.
Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't put... Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the...
It looks so different from what I imagined.
That overflow of energy is probably what trapped...
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world...
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. Yeah.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from...
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there?
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out completely unscathed. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand underneath the light and...
That's it? You really think that little of Paimon? That's not even why Paimon asked!
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina and...
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world.
Yeah.
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malka. It's like it was... I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this imperfect...
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker Stone hadn't become corrupted by the abyss, but we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his tribe would have...
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. Under the power of this, turns out even our regret...
Whether in triumph...
Exactly. You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? She's being chased by an... I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form, so be careful. This place has been severely corroded by...
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here! You can't go wandering off. Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being. We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way. Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
Yoo-hoo! Everybody stand back! Huh?
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Did you hear that?
What?
Never mind.
Don't scare Paimon!
I heard it too. It was a voice.
What did it say?
It doesn't matter.
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
We're here, Kachina!
Alani?
Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters.
Good idea. Let's go. Spin to win!
Shower me with praise! Time to shine!
Settle down. The tides beckon.
You're here! You're finally here! Thank you so much! That monster can appear from the YF's power helped keep me hidden.
Atta girl. You did so well.
Should we start heading back then? Actually, I have a request. Will you come visit the YF with me? I can't exactly put it into words.
That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the. You can think of them like the body of each Wyab. Additional totem poles, like there are countless. But if a proxy were to.
Judging by the current situation.
Still, we can't just leave the YF to suffer.
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Kachina? What?
Nothing. Just a headache.
Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's already been here for.
No, I'm fine. Just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
Listen to me, Kachina. Look, you don't have anything to.
All right.
We've already come all this way.
Let's go.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself?
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I'm definitely. I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure you're not particularly fond of goodbye. So go. Achieve your goal.
Thank you for everything.
You're true.
No one fight.
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that. Wyab! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. Wyab!
So we were right. The contamination is already. Alright, get ready, everyone! Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place!
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is... He tried to get in my way.
You killed Malcolm?
He would have dispersed with or without me. Rather, you may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me now, and it will be to your peril. No, the power of the Abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks. I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out that is the tragedy. Ancient name, the Pyro. Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina...
Kachina! Give me your hand. Feel that? I'm right here.
Thanks, Moalani, because I'm not alone in...
You're right. But you also could...
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down? It comes from the power lies not in the ideal itself, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal, and in our decision to stand together.
Well said!
Let's go, Kachina! It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance.
There aren't many in Natland who can beat us when we're together. It's time he got a taste of that kind of power.
From the ashes to hear the Inferno's call.
They're right here!
Flames of redemption rage!
Get back! Carbon wave!
Hear the
Amazing!
How brightly
Right here!
burns the truth! Revelation from on high! A glimpse of the future!
Ho! Ha!
Hear the Inferno call!
Off we go! Check!
The fate of this world is already sealed.
Oh, we won! We actually won!
That's what he gets for underestimating.
Fantastic work, Kachina! This makes me so...
I'm happy too, Mualani. Together we really are unstoppable.
Huh? My ancient name is... glowing?
It's probably a projection from the real world.
Wait, does that...
That was a bold move. Diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend. Especially in a place... Still, seeing everything you said was exactly right. It took years' worth of scars. And lots of... The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Only then will we have the power to defeat the strong... Tupac. A warrior from the people of the Springs.
I've heard that name before. You were the jump...
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have full... Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes. And...
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, its blaze will become one with the even amid everlasting darkness. Our bonds remain eternal.
So many memories. So that's what happened.
What do you mean?
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now.
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we have to. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was also part of the plan.
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of... Okay, that should be enough.
I hear your voice, Kachina.
Great. Well then, I'll keep searching within myself for the answer.
You are already an outstanding child, and you are all your ancient focus, the story of... It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move and go now, my
I know we've never met before, Wyub, but I just thank you for encouraging Kachina.
Whoa! What's going on?
We're out of time.
It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need...
It's a Seelie! The Seelie opened the way for us!
The opening in the sky! It's closing! We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here! Watch out for the falling rocks! Quick, through the middle! Come on, faster! We'll never make it!
You've done well. Now come home.
We're back! The Pyro Archon saved us. But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say she used it all? She's still in the speaker's chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her. So you're saying her conscious? Every great display of power comes at a price.
You must feel terrible. Let's get back to the stadium.
I recommend getting a full checkup. Just
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right. You always seem to do pretty well against the Abyss. Let's get going. We need to share what we learned.
Right. The Wyatt mentioned something about the Pyro Archon's plan.
I'll let her explain everything. We're all a part of the... Every move we make from here on out will decide...
There's a lot.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of...
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon... Take a seat, everybody. All right, that should do it for now. I have to say, though...
He always has been special like that.
Given the current situation, that ability...
Of course.
thank you, Koichi.
All right. We might not just give it time. I'm sure we'll figure things...
Yeah.
All right. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our
Huh?
That's right. Our looming destruction is
Mualani told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago. All the nations, unlike the other nations, not the battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal even then, and still. This is but a superficial. The problems plagued immediately after, but at that time, our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line, if we didn't bring the the Archon.
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange, since the plan was mentioned in those memories. I guess I've been, but there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense! The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human! It's impossible!
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time. A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount, but, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. A human life is like a flame. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the goal was to reunite the people, and once a tribe was back to its full, the Chosen would then stand by.
So that means
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come to.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wyatt.
Yes. According to the 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 5. Once again, it comes down to.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring.
Exactly. It's just another tactic. If we want to unblock that information. So, I've tried my best. Currently, Shalonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
But we have less than a year!
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the. That's also why I haven't been able to take action.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this?
Perhaps, but the opposite could also. Just like your determination.
So I suppose you're not going.
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them before, I can only trust in the. I have never believed I could solve. Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon. You're quite perceptive, aren't you?
Huh? Oh, right! All of the stuff you.
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingent. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much.
Fuel?
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly. Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount on their own. Each item's power is limited. But together, by burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire. It was a rather crude approach, so.
But weren't they all precious treasures? That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never.
You have nothing to be so. And then, besides, if they knew those items helped.
Even when you put it that way.
The people and the events of the past. If you still have. Your deeds will become.
Well, we.
Now that Kachina has. And we could all use the rest. Try not to let it get to you. All right. You.
The people of this. It's been really nice. I've witnessed their. I'm certain. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children. Just. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you the abyss, my rage. But you came to me because I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember, otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the... For Natlan.
So, you're good, but what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. That we will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes, even across time. We will all do...
Yeah, Mom's right. We'll always believe... Oh, seriously though, Dad should be...
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so... Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome
War forged.
Who will be the one?
We are the inheritors of memory, those who grew alongst those who forged out. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
Bow your head.
You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no, it's not that...
well...
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Yeah, she was super...
That's good.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken.
Maybe it seemed her impulse.
So, what you're saying is...
Okay, anyway, I'm just...
What? Do you really...
No way.
Chaska, I appreciate the... Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper... In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough...
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Woohoo! Well done.
I always knew you could do it. You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to...
I had no choice.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to...
I wasn't. When he insisted on repaying...
But the fact of the matter...
I'm really sorry, Kachina.
It's amazing.
So,
Our team captain.
Sir...
Alright. There's no need to be... Dear friends, I'd like to say, firstly, I'm grateful to my friends, this traveler and his companion Paimon. They've agreed to let me learn from them. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the travel. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much.
Well said!
I'll drink to that. To be honest, well, you better get used to it. Hey, please.
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice.
How did you know?
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they had their own life. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone, you could just as easily imagine if I said, I couldn't make them. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. Or...
I'm suddenly remembering that portrait in your...
Yes, it was. From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with the she played and... Still, it was an impressive... You feel lost. This is a war. And there can be no war without loss. I am already... The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end, no matter what I may find there.
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends?
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, present, even if the future ends in destruction. And it's precisely because this is a pivotal moment. We are, well, 3 to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. It would easily, if you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also...
Ancient names can be...
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. Your stories of the Ode of Resurrection may have just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the situation here.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power, although your injury complicates...
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect...
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. You don't have much time. And
I'm beginning to see just how useful you made. You heard something from here, didn't you?